Hi, my name is Matt Meyers, and I'm a Salesforce CTA. I have over 18 years plus experience in the Salesforce ecosystem. I currently am the co-founder of Easy Protect, and I'm here at the Salesforce Bend offices to talk about some of my favorite tools that I like to use in the Salesforce ecosystem.
Thank you so much. We know that you have massive knowledge on tools and opinions as well. When it comes to tools, do you think there's an underrated or lesser known area in the Salesforce ecosystem that you think more people should be using and know about?
Yes, most definitely. I mean, for me, I work very highly in the security space, of Salesforce. I noticed that, especially with all the data breaches happening lately, there's really a lack of awareness and tools in the Salesforce ecosystem when it comes to security or even securing your data in the Salesforce environments.
Do you have any top apps or tools in the ecosystem, and why do you think they stand out to you?
Sure, I'll kind of start with why they stand out. So it's going to back into that security theme. There's a lot of areas where you want to look into. So some things are, for example, your metadata. You want to make sure that you're not misconfiguring your Salesforce environments because that can allow data to leak out of your Salesforce. And that starts with your DevOps tools. And I was just talking to Rob at one of another CTA the other day about the importance of DevOps, because if you're not controlling that process from start to finish, then you could introduce changes that could cause security inconsistencies. Also, with your metadata in Salesforce, you want to make sure you're controlling your metadata, understand the metadata, and there's other tools for that. So things I like personally are things like GearSet, Capado, your good DevOps tools control that. And then the other ones I kind of like are Otiseva, because for backup, because you want to make sure your data is secure, and then Elements, because that helps you better monitor your metadata.
Which tool do you rely on most when it comes to understanding and managing metadata in the Salesforce org?
Sure, I'm gonna have to echo back Elements because it's one of my favorite tools. I don't get paid or anything to. They're just one of my favorite tools as far as managing your metadata, because they give you that microscope into your org and really help you understand what you have, and also where certain things are that you don't understand. For example, could understand where your profiles are being used, how many what permissions are there. There's a lot of things to it, and I think it's a really useful tool for managing your metadata in the org.
Outside of the Salesforce space, is there a tool, platform, or even a habit that has significantly helped you become a better CTA?
Sure. I think it's really funny. Like, so everyone's talking about AI right now, like Agent Force AI. Actually, I was a very slow adopter to AI myself. I was like, this thing's a fad. It's not, it's gonna go. Why do I need that when I'm the human? But recently I started digging deeper and deeper into it myself. And I've actually found myself Chat GPT or similar has been super helpful. I actually even use it for my recipes on cooking. I use it to just, instead of going to Google, researching things that might take me a little bit longer. And even actually, I used it the other day to architect a solution on Salesforce. So I had a chat about an hour with it back and forth, and we actually came up to a proof of concept solution. I had a developer and he built it and it actually works. So I think that's a super awesome tool to fast track your work in Salesforce and just other things as well.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I think we're all using ChatGPT for various reasons. How do you approach tool selection when working on a new project or org? Is there certain criteria you use to determine what's really worth your time?
Yeah, I think I'm going to give the typical architect answer here is it depends. It really depends on what you're working on. But I think for me, the primary criteria of any tool is, do they use it themselves? How do they present it? For example, if you're a marketing or companies, your website look good. For example, if you're a DevOps company, how do you do DevOps yourself? So if they're not able to do it themselves, then that's one thing I look at. I also look at, are they following standard Salesforce best practices? If the shop themselves don't understand Salesforce that well, I'm probably not going to go with them, because I want to look for people that understand Salesforce to building it. That way I can trust the application itself is secure, because I mean, that thing that scares me a lot too is you don't know what's inside of those apps. Did they put something that might be dangerous? Do they know the right process? And of course, does it align to the requirements, what we're trying to do? What are we trying to do? Is it faster to take that tool, or is it faster just to build something ourselves? It's the age-old buy versus build question, really. So
Have there actually been any recent changes in the Salesforce ecosystem itself that sort of changed your go-to tool set?
I think I'll go back to AI. Really, before I really wasn't relying on that now, and now seeing more and more people even creating little micro AIs that are helping you do in the smallest things. It doesn't have to just be for sales, like Salesforce is trying to push. I've seen things for like HR requests, for coaching your employees, for even now building. I think that's really, really fundamentally shifting the way people are thinking about building things today, how you're operating, and all aspects of your business. It's just as more and more people go on board, I think we're going to see more and more of that in the ecosystem.
Let's talk about what you would do if you could basically do anything to do with the tool itself. If you could build or improve one tool for the ecosystem, what would it do, and actually who would it help the most?
Sure. I think I'm going to go back to the second question, or I believe that you asked me, was what's the most underrepresented area, which is security. And I think right now there's a lack of any tool out there that's specific and more broad for helping people understand how to better secure their data in their org. You've got like the backup solutions, you've got the metadata management solutions, but there's no one all-in-one solution to help people get that bigger lens into their org and what they need to be doing. So I think that's kind of really what I'd love to see, is something more, that bigger, broader solution that people could use to help understand how to protect their data in an org.
Do you have any resources that you'd like to share with people if they want to dive deeper into what you're passionate about and what you just mentioned?
Sure, there's actually a couple. I'm actually a member of something called the Low Code Security Alliance, and it's an alliance of a bunch of different ISVs, even Salesforce employees, helping educate people about security in Salesforce. I believe it's lowcodesecurityalliance.org. It's a completely free asset. You can download, no gate, no email, nothing, to understand more about the shared responsibilities of security in Salesforce. Also, what I have here on the desk is my own book that I wrote about a customer of mine, and from a personal experience, that got their data hacked from a misconfigured Salesforce environment. And so I am, offer that up as a really great resource out there, and all proceeds go to charity as well. So.
Lovely, thanks.